NCPC Executive Secretary visits Jordan. General Manager, NTA Channel 5 Abuja gets Award of Excellence by Society of Women Accountants of Nigeria.
The same goes for NTA Channel 5 Abuja. We cannot thank you enough.
Plus, single and married couples admonished to build the institution of marriage on love. Good afternoon and thanks for joining the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity station. And don't forget, you can join this live broadcast on our YouTube channel at NTA Channel 5 Abuja. I am Aisha Obaali. The Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Christian Pilgrims Commission, NCPC, Bishop Stephen Adigbiti, has paid a working visit to Israel and Jordan in preparation for the 2024 main pilgrimage exercise scheduled to commence in December. During the one-week visit, Bishop Adigbiti held strategic meetings with relevant stakeholders at the Embassy of Nigeria in Tel Aviv, Israel. The meeting was attended by the Nigerian ambassador to Israel, Mrs. Agatha Afekelu, embassy officials, ground handlers, and a representative of the air carrier. The meeting provided an opportunity for the NCPC boss to assess the state of preparedness for the main pilgrimage exercise on the part of the service providers and the commission. Bishop Adigbiti also utilized the visit to tour some of the holy sites in Jerusalem, including the Wailing Wall, where he prayed for the success of the forthcoming pilgrimage exercise. He also offered prayers for the prosperity of Nigeria, the good health of President Bola Tinubu, and the well-being of the First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu. The NCPC boss also visited the Garden Tomb in Jerusalem, which is also claimed to be the burial site of Jesus Christ. He also toured other holy sites, including churches of biblical importance to the pilgrimage exercise. And now looking at education, being a French teacher means being part of a community of more than 900,000 professionals worldwide as they strive to preserve the French-speaking culture. In recognition of these dedicated, passionate, and creative professionals, the FCT Education Resource Center, in partnership with the Embassy of France in Nigeria, hosted French teachers in the FCT. Mariam George has the details.
Research reveals that today, 51 million people around the world are learning French. There are also 81 million people taking a course in French. 45% of these French language learners are in North Africa and the Middle East. Therefore, the convergence of these like minds is to appreciate them for their selfless service. Representative of the Mandate Secretary, FCT Education Secretariat, Ramoto Abu says, the Secretariat will give the embassy and the teachers the necessary support as they impact knowledge in the younger ones.
We will continue to put more effort as a Secretariat to ensure that French class gives the smoothest kind of ride.
You are the craftsmen of excellence, facilitators of knowledge, and inspirers of our young generation.
The Director of FCT Education Resource Center, who was represented by Yahya Abdul Wahab, urged the teachers to be proud of their job as they keep inspiring and innovating the students.
Teacher bears the noble responsibility of transmitting not just words but also universal value.
Linguistic attaché for the French Embassy, Magali Lozange, says the event aims at paying tribute to the women and men who are the center of developing French-speaking movements.
Decided to have a couple of different presentations on how you can make your classes, your French classes, more interactive, more engaging, more modern.
Nigeria is surrounded by Francophone countries, so it is really something that is worth learning in our school.
Nigeria has actually put something in place. The French embassy has come behind us to be able to acknowledge the very good and not always easy work that French teachers do.
The event has its theme as Ready, Set, Teach. According to the organizers, it reminds all that teaching is a daily adventure. Mariam George, Jitubo, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the eighth leadership of the Society of Women Accountants of Nigeria, SWAN Abuja chapter says great men and women have been instrumental to a number of their success stories, which have impacted humanity in the FCT and environ. The Chartered Women Accountants Group stated this during the Swan Abuja Award of Excellence 2024, where some Nigerians, including the General Manager NTA Channel 5 Abuja, Paul Ati, received an award for supporting the vision of Swan. Abdullahi Ajia reports.
Always guided by its core values of integrity, professionalism, passion and impact, which are being upheld side by side with the vision and mission of ICANN and SWAN, the Abuja chapter of the Society of Women Accountants in Nigeria is using the platform to appreciate partners, mentors and members whose ideas have helped to realize said targets for the current leadership.
Secretary, AGF and the like, that you find today are those who have really made our dreams come true this tenure. They have been there for us. Call on them whenever we call on them at any time. They listen to us. They have been helping out. And again, the same goes for NTA Channel 5 Abuja. We cannot thank you enough. We say thank you. We are very grateful for all you have done in trying to project SWAN Abuja chapter, the unique chapter. God bless you. Congratulations, ma'am.
The Accountant General of the Federation, Permanent Secretaries, General Manager NTA Channel 5 Abuja, among others, made the long list of personalities who were honored for their great support for the SWAN Abuja chapter.
Women excel exceedingly when they are given the opportunities to prove themselves. So I congratulate you again, my sister Monica.
The association is really doing well to encourage women. I can see many of the women folk in ICANN, they are very, very active. And this honor I dedicate it to all the members and also all our members in the treasury.
It will make me to do more because they have recognized the little input I have made.
An outstanding name and a national hand.
Beyond the accolades and sweet moments shared, guests commended the SWAN Abuja chapter for its pace-setting programs and vibrancy, urging them to remain steadfast in the days and years ahead. In Abuja, Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
Singles and married couples have been admonished to build the institution of marriage on love. However, hate and battery should not be tolerated by any party when such sets in. This council was at the launch of a trilogy book on abusive relationships by the founder of the Pentecost Glorious Assembly, Abuja, Adebayo Shomefo. Serafina Okun Omekwe reports.
The intentionality of seeking a life partner through dating apps is said to be fast-changing social life, which oftentimes is deadly. The ugly narrative this gathering is set to stop as its host party is concerned. The trilogy book, Signs of Abusive Relationships, Courtship and Relationship, Red Flags and Millennials, Gen Zs and Dating, dived into the new approach of love, dating and commitments. The 10-chapter book highlights behavioral, emotional, financial and social red flags.
The purpose of marriage union is for companionship, is for love, is for respect, is for togetherness.
Someone cares so much about you and saying you can't be with your friends. Oh, you go out and saying, oh, where did you go to? You know, so it's important that we pay attention to this thing, that beyond someone caring about you and loving you, you can be in for a very, very tumultuous future.
And it also gave some legal backup of what you can do legally with regards to abuse relationship.
Chairman of Occasion and other reviewers note that the books are not just gifts to humanity, but meant to serve as repairment and inspiration to homes.
This book is for the now. I tell you, this book will address all these issues. Abusive relationship, and many other aspects of relationship.
I've had a situation where I saw the red flag and I blinked my eye, went ahead, and it didn't end well.
Preferring solutions to psychological manipulations and abuses in relationships. The author, with 35 years of experience in legal practice, who has also served in various capacities as NYSC coordinator in several states of the Federation, notes that his inspiration of authoring the trilogy books came as a result of his deals with youths and married couples.
For better or for worse is for those that love themselves and will mutually respect themselves and endure the vagaries and challenges of life.
With special emphasis on ending abuses, he adds, is proper and effective communication, setting of boundaries and placing of premium value and self-worth so as not to be taken for granted. In Abuja, Serafina Okon Omekwe, NT News.
Now, talking climate change, with everyday land degradation, severe desertification, drought, pollution, and several other factors that have devastating consequences on the ecosystem and humans, climate change advocates are urging all state actors to adopt a sustainable action for the protection of the environment. Founder, Environmental Protection and Sustainable Action Against Climate Change, Asidor Thomas, is championing this cause in the FCT with an awareness walk. Sefia Norma Uche completes the story.
The work, which began from the city gate through Area 1 terminating at Federal Secretariat, is calling on everyone concerned with the preservation of the environment to collectively stop those acts that will have severe consequences on the climate.
This earth that we have to live in, we must protect it in a sustainable manner, in a way that human activities that is feeding the change of climate should be stopped. And we are lending our voices to the COP29.
Polluting the environment is not good. It's not advisable for our society, especially this period that Christmas time is coming. People are burning tire all over the places, especially in our local community environment. It's not advisable.
And why that is important is that, you see, the climatic condition that is happening in the world today, not just this country, a time is coming when the environmental will become so difficult to protect you and me when the climatic condition of the nation changes.
With placards, the association drove the message and it's calling on state and non-state actors individually to adapt strategies that will protect the environment. Safia Norma Uche, NTA News.
You're watching NTA Channel 5 News on NTA, the Unity Station, and still to come on the news. Non-governmental organization donates to vulnerable groups in Abuja. This and more in just a moment.
Good evening, glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
The Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
Would say have a lovely day.
Thanks for being there. And now let's look at the issue of charity. In a concerted effort to promote literacy and enhance the well-being of vulnerable groups, the When in Need Foundation, in partnership with the Association for Literacy Support Services, has extended support to 350 individuals. Rosemary Motlen Bilal reports.
Ahead of the Christmas celebration, When in Need Foundation, in collaboration with the Association for Literacy Support Services, provided financial support to 350 widows, students, and traders. The support was designed to uplift the beneficiaries from poverty and enhance their standards of living.
What I do is my passion. If I'm not doing what I'm doing right now, then I am not Chetachi. I could be a very wealthy woman today, but I'm not. Because why would I sit on wealth when others are dying and hungry?
We have so many people who will pick 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Nigeria will be a better place. So the challenge is people coming up to say, okay, I want to take care of this kind of people. I want to join this woman in one way or the other, or they even stand on their own. And then we know that we are making this world a better place.
Sapi Usman Ngakupi commended the initiative and urged others to emulate this example.
Her gesture is for the betterment of the nation. And I also want to use this medium to also say this country belongs to all of us. We have to join hands to see how we can uplift the life of less privileged people and also support the government of today.
Beneficiaries expressed gratitude to the donors for their kindness and pledged to utilize the resources wisely.
I eventually got the admission. I was not having the money, but as God made it, God blessed me with the beautiful mommy to bless my life with the connection of some sisters, which I didn't even know about them. It's God that just located me. And that has been my priority to go back to school.
We'll continue to collaborate with them, partner with them, to make sure that we give widows, vulnerable children, a voice in the society.
The NGOs reaffirmed their commitment to continue their support for the vulnerable, improving their lives and promoting socio-economic development. Rosemary Mortelen Bilal, NTA News.
Transnational organized crime is a complex and dangerous issue impacting nations across the globe, from human and drug trafficking to cybercrime and arms trade. The challenges are endless. However, multinational collaboration have continued to intensify efforts towards highlighting the threats of the challenge to global harmony, as examined by correspondent Onotu Yakubu.
According to recent data from the United Nations, the transnational organized crime generates an estimated $870 billion a year. These funds fuel corruption, violence, and inequality. The UN Office on Drugs and Crime emphasizes the importance of international collaboration to break down these networks and restore safety to communities. From human and drug trafficking to cybercrime, terrorism, and arms trade, these networks profit by preying on the vulnerable, causing instability in communities and undermining justice systems worldwide.
The Security Council has long recognized the danger posed by transnational organized crime to international peace and security, including in Resolution 2482. But we must do more to strengthen our defenses. I see 3 priorities for action. First, we must strengthen cooperation. Criminal groups work across borders and geographies. We must meet this global challenge with a global response.
In detriment, no country is immune to the menace and havoc constantly orchestrated through transnational organized crimes. Here in Nigeria, local authorities are actively participating in international efforts with security formations successfully intercepting shipment of illicit drugs, working in collaboration with agencies in the neighboring countries. Through partnership with other countries and resources from international organizations, the nation is better equipped to prevent these crimes and ensure that justice is served.
The effort of government, the effort of the law enforcement and the security forces to clamp down on transnational organized crimes, to work together to put them out of business, has always created the encouragement for international businesses to thrive. Where cyber crimes are affecting banks, affecting businesses, it takes away a lot of resources from these businesses. But when you identify the cyber criminals and you put them to jail, it discourages those that would have attempted to go into those crimes.
Authorities say it is a difficult battle, but every step forward makes a difference, highlighting the need for community awareness and education as part of the solution, with the notion that by recognizing the signs of human trafficking, drug smuggling, and other forms of organized crimes, communities can play a vital role in prevention. To achieve set goals, security experts assert that global unity and resilience can drive the strides towards a safer world. Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
In another development, the Biram community from Plateau State living in the Federal Capital Territory gathered at the Christian Economical Center for the annual Wusal Biram service. This year's event celebrated the community's faith, culture, and heritage, with inspiring speakers offering insight on national development. Hawagimba reported that the 2024 theme, Be Salt and Light, the place and the role of Birom in the present-day Nigeria highlighted the community's significance.
The 2024 Wusat Birom presented a unique opportunity for the Birom community to unite, count their blessings, and reflect on God's grace amidst life challenges. This year's theme, Salt and Light, the place and role of the Birom in present-day Nigeria, was particularly timely, given Nigerians' numerous challenges, emphasizing the need for collective prayers.
Despite our religious inclinations, we are all one. God has brought us to stay with one another.
This year, Wusal Birom will target be salt and light of the world and a rule of a Birom man to the nation.
That God should continue to show us wisdom to see how to take care of the entire people of Plateau State.
The event brought together esteemed guests, including dignitaries who attended the 2024 Wusal Birom, expressing gratitude to Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Governor of Plateau State, and traditional rulers for their efforts in supporting the nation. The leadership of Birom in the FCT was commended for commitment to peace, justice, and community development.
Message to Birom nation, especially those who are sitting and living here in Abuja. This message is the message of unity, love, and caring for one another.
Anywhere you find yourself, you have to learn to know about the environment you belong to, the people, the culture, the characters that are around you. Understanding the people is knowing the environment you are.
That's one key important of salt. It's used to add taste, and light is something that we need so that we can have a vision.
To be of exemplary conduct, to be agents of change, and to be involved in societal transformation, in the building, uplifting, and transformation of our nation.
The 2024 Wusal Birom successfully fostered unity, cordial relationships, an atmosphere of worship and intercession, drawing sons and daughters from Abuja and beyond, all praying for a better tomorrow. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Association of Old Boys of the Christ the King College, Abuja, and its vision is putting together human and capital resources towards giving back to the alma mater, while also helping members network for progressive opportunities. This development has been highly commended by guests during the association's dinner and memorial event ahead of its AGM and election in Abuja. Abdullah Ajah brings us details of the convivial moments.
The Christ the King College Old Boys gathered again in an atmosphere that was full of warmth, ecstasies, and pleasant moments, recalling memories of good times shared as college boys in Gwagwalada, Abuja.
Please put your hands together for Ebuka Obi Uchendu.
They span many sets, from the pioneers in 1997 to later years. The boys who have transformed into successful men, thriving in different human endeavors, are harnessing their talents and resources for a common goal of building a 20 million naira entrepreneurship and endowment fund for their alma mater. The vision and mission is to support the younger ones with appropriate self-reliant skills.
Collaboration is key because one of our key objectives is to encourage a spider web of network, okay, or to be able to grow ourselves. First and foremost, to be able to advance and for the welfare of the old boys itself. For each and every one of us, those that don't have job, we create a job board to enable them get jobs, okay, and those that are into business, we will promote their businesses.
I was a pioneer member of the school, graduated in 1997. And I haven't seen a lot of faces here since then. So it's bringing back a lot of great memories. But most importantly, it's nice that we're coming together to give back to the school that has made us who we are today. So we're excited about that.
Obviously not a night of too many speeches, the Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 general elections, Mr. Peter Obi, in a message, encourages the old boys to remain focused, describing their commitment as noble and timely.
20 million might not be a great figure, but it will go a long way in improving a lot of things in the school and in helping some old boys who need help. So I think it's something that a number of old boys around the country should emulate.
With no dull moments on the night's menu, entertainers thrilled the audience with performances. Apart from the dinner and memorial party, the association is also holding its annual general meeting as well as election that will usher in new executive members to lead the association moving forward. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Super Falcons coach Justin Madugu has invited 20 players for international friendly against France. While Team Nigeria top medals table at the ongoing Africa Military Games with 73 medals as at Sunday check. And details of this will come up in our subsequent bulletin. And that's how we conclude 1 p.m. news on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. And do join us again at 7 for more news. I am Aisha Oba Ali. Keep watching NTA Channel 5.